Hi, this is Snow Queen and you're watching Dante Boxing Nation. You can follow me on my Instagram at SnowQueenLA. Hey.
Yeah.
So guys, I am so happy to report the best boxing news that we are most likely going to get in months. And that is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. The biggest fight since Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao has officially been announced for September 13th. And that is Crawford versus Canelo. Not Canelo versus Crawford, but Crawford versus Canelo. It's been confirmed by one of Terence Crawford's best friends, his teammates, and one of his biggest allies, Bernie the Boxer. This is what Bernie Boxer said to Fight Hype.
Being that you obviously, again, appealing Team Crawford, can you confirm? Are we going to see that fight? Has it been made official? Is it official?
It's on, baby. September 13th, baby. Look forward to it. Crawford versus Canelo.
Who heard it?
Listen how I said it.
Hey, are we getting
Crawford
this confirmation here
Canelo.
first?
You understand? Yeah, it's confirmed. Man, what?
Say less.
Crawford versus Canelo, not the other way around. Team Crawford, stand up. Pound for pound, the best in the world. Soon to be the super middleweight champion of the world. Yeah.
There you go.
So that right there is some damn big news. No more wondering if this fight is going to happen and then at the very last minute, the rug gets pulled from under the fight and it never happens. The story alone reminds me so much of Floyd Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya. For those of you guys who don't know, Floyd Mayweather, he was fighting at 130 and Oscar De La Hoya was already at 147. And Floyd Mayweather was calling him out when he was fighting at 130. Nobody believed that this fight would ever come to fruition. Jim Lampley and especially Larry Merchant, they kept basically saying that, Floyd, he's just trying to use his name. He's just clout chasing. He doesn't want to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He's just using his name, right? And as Floyd Mayweather moved from one weight class to the next, Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley, they continued to say it was a hoax. Next thing you know, Lampley and Merchant, they were eating crow, and the fight was finally announced. It was official, and it would be the biggest fight since Leonard versus Hearns. There are so many parallels when it comes to these fights. Floyd Mayweather, he was the much smaller fighter, but yet he was pound for pound the best fighter in the world, right? Canelo Alvarez, the much, much bigger fighter who is arguably considered the face of boxing. It shows you the Floyd Mayweather-Terence Crawford similarities. Floyd Mayweather, how he could be that confident that he could beat a super middleweight or a junior middleweight while he was only a junior lightweight. That's right. Floyd Mayweather, he was already planning on beating Oscar De La Hoya when Floyd was fighting at 130. That's the level of confidence he had that he would beat him. And then when he ended up fighting Oscar De La Hoya, they didn't fight at 147. Oscar purposely had the fight at 154 because he was trying to get the biggest size advantage he could, intentionally. Now you have Terence Crawford with the exact same level of confidence, moving up basically from 147 and wants to go all the way to 168. To fight someone who is still on many people's pound for pound list today, Canelo Alvarez. Guys, I wouldn't lie to you. This is a steep uphill battle for Terence Crawford. I don't know who's going to win this fight. I don't feel confident to say, oh yeah, Terence Crawford, he's winning this fight hands down, because this is a hell of an obstacle. He's at a major weight deficit. When you play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Well, this is a handicap match. Canelo Alvarez is going to go into the fight with a full power bar, or I should say a full health bar. And Terence Crawford, he's going in there with his health bar at damn near 40%. What that simply means is Terence Crawford, he cannot get hit as much as Canelo can get hit in the fight. Canelo, he can make a lot more mistakes in the fight than Terence Crawford can. But then again, that's been Canelo Alvarez's entire career. Almost all of Canelo's fights has been set on a handicap setting where he was the one with the full energy bar, the full health bar. Because Canelo has never really fought guys with power and skill, or just a real durable power puncher with a good chin like a Diego Corrales, or even an Antonio Margarito, a Julio Cesar Chavez. Terence Crawford has fought plenty of power punchers with skill, from Errol Spence to Madrimov to Mean Machine, Igas Klimas to Felix Diaz. And that's just to name a few because there's many more. This is a real David versus Goliath fight. And it is definitely true that when it comes to Terence Crawford, it's actually a win-lose situation. When it comes to Canelo Alvarez, it's somewhat of a lose-lose situation because he's expected to win this fight. He's expected to dominate this fight. He's supposed to make this very easy because of Terence Crawford's size, being so much smaller than he is. The reason why I say this is because we know if the roles were reversed and Canelo was moving up 3 weight classes to fight Terence Crawford, that would be the exact perception of how the fight would play out, right? It would be a very, very easy fight for Terence Crawford. No one would give Canelo Alvarez a chance. And all the fans, at least all the race fans for sure, they would try to completely discredit Terence Crawford's win, saying, oh, you fought a guy who had to move up 3 weight classes. Remember, these are the same fans that try to discredit Gervonta's win over Leo Santa Cruz, saying that Leo Santa Cruz was too small. Although Gervonta actually moved down to 130. He moved down in weight to fight against Leo Santa Cruz, came to his weight class, didn't ask him to come up to his weight class. You see how the double standards work? When it comes to Oscar De La Hoya coming down to 147 to fight Manny Pacquiao, they say he was drained, right? There's no way he could have won the fight. He was drained. Although all of the odds was favoring De La Hoya to win the fight easy. Not only were the odds, but everyone on the internet and all of the boxing experts, they were all saying that this is a ridiculous fight because it's too much of a mismatch in favor of Oscar De La Hoya. We know what time it is. I'll close out with saying this. When I told you guys that this is a lose-win situation for Terence Crawford, it is. It's a lose situation because if he loses this fight, he loses that pound-for-pound #1 status. He's no longer considered invincible, and he will make the Mayweather-Canelo win look even more impressive for Floyd Mayweather. And old media and the race fans, they will try to completely whitewash all of Terence Crawford's previous accomplishments and only focus on this loss to Canelo Alvarez. So this is a serious gamble for Terence Crawford. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.